Why hello there, fellow astral tribals. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky. Episode 12, Orbital Wastedump. So before I void out that space, I'm going to create stone walls here. Because if I void out the space and then mine that, it will illuminate that zone. Oh! Sappers! Okay, I was wrong. Sappers are a thing. And... yeah, okay. That's a thing. Yep. I wonder how you're, so, oof. Okay. Well, at least we're wearing our suits. Or, we're about to. Moon Society. I hate you, Moon. So Joe's their sapper. He's a wimp. He's a genie, so at least we can kill him quick. Everyone's in suits. Cool. Let's move it. Oh, interesting. I don't know where their sap entry... Oh, maybe their sap entry is going to be here. Meaning we can shoot them. Shield belts are nice. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, God. Well, I think you got Joe, dude. Frickin' team killer. God, I hate people like you. Quantum, can you shut down Kenna, who's dangerous? Okay, cool. Martin. Cool. Chantal, you're just murdering them all, dude. We got some burns. But they're survivable. Low shield pack timing is 7 seconds. They're dead. I'm alive. And they can bite me. Oh my god, that was nasty. Well, I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? You're alive. JD. Strip Kenna. And kill Kenna. Ooh, you know what? Carry Kenna to here. Be a little bit easier to clean up. Because, you know, we had thought about that. Quantum's already healed. Didn't you get hurt? Maybe you didn't. Other gear. Vac everything and a shield belt. So the shield belt's gonna be really nice. The storyteller was like pretty tame for a while and all of a sudden has decided you must die and has decided that I must die. Well, you first, storyteller. Let's haul Kenna out, and then I'll have JD deal with the rest of the corpses later. I also want to tend to the burns quickly, because burns can very easily become infected, and I don't need that. And because we have a lot of herbal, I'll just use herbal meds. And I know JD's also injured. I'm going to manage the corpses too. The axe has probably been the spear. You know, surprisingly, probably not. It's an obsidian spear. So that spear is, that spear packs a punch. I bet. That's my guess. Obsidian spear, DPS. 10.5 with a 43 pen. Axe. 6 with a 20 pen. Yeah, that spear is way better. Did a bit of a preach health. Prophylactically. Tie is unrestricted with, yeah, okay. Got it. Alright, JD. I want you, so I think in terms of like manual labor, I'm going to... Technically, a corpse processing room is part of a workshop. That's how I'm going to phrase this. So I'm going to build a corpse processing room now because bodies are amassing and I need a method to deal with that. Also, this incinerator, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm happy about getting that. That would be a really good weapon for Quantum to use. Because when them fleshy fleshies come a-running to my base, we're gonna scorch them. And yeah, I don't intend to phrase that any differently. That's exactly what I intended to say. Burn them all! Unfortunately, I don't have the bioferrite for a big, massive cone charge, but at least I have the weapon for the rest. Maybe at some point we'll get bioferrite though. Okay, you are really tied about whether you want another Gal pod. So 1 minute tiebreaker. Otherwise, I flip a coin. Surprisingly on the fence about that. Okay, we're all healed up. No infections. And no scars. Getting, like, set on fire, you could really easily end up with, like, eye or ear scars, which would be really challenging for us to deal with. So fortunately, that didn't happen. Got lucky. God, that was a really nasty raid. Seriously. The Militor into a sapper crew. Ugh. Yikes. I don't know if Quantum should have the incinerator on all the time, because we are attacked by mechs frequently. And my my concern is if it is a mech attack, we're gonna want a bullet based. So maybe I will, once JD hauls in this chain shotgun, I'll have, well, the chain shotgun was a problem because we couldn't outrange enemies. So maybe I'll do a poor SMG until we have the materials for something better. Because range is also a concern and a consideration. And yeah, a weapon shop would be eventually wise. I could have... That's not expensive, so I could have weapons there. Weapons that are not bio-coded. Okay, we're gonna try to prune for a pod. Oh, we have another immature Gao Gao. So I'm just gonna go to 100 until we hit the connection strength requirement. I don't know what it is, but I'll just keep doing it. Things I used to know for 100. Oh, okay. Apparently it's over 50%. Because now it's strong enough for it. Perfect. Cheers. Probably a bad... Well, if I want to sell the weapons, it should be near the trade beacon. That's why I put it there. And it's not that far from the entryway, so I guess that's fine. It's meditation time. Once you're done meditating, everyone haul some steel. If you all have been doing that, we would have not had steel by now. In there. But the temple impression of it is going up. One of the advantages it does have is it has space 350, so it's max size. So it's only a matter of time until that thing is, like, awesome. What's required for a child vac suit? Already got it. If that is... Oh, so that's something I was going to pull. Should I try for children? Yes. No. Yes, 400%. If you're wondering why there's a yes 400%, you can actually try for a baby at yes 400%. So yes is normal. Yes 400% is cycle tracking. Let's call it like that without getting too adult. Okay, I can read the room. Got it. Forget the poll. Why did I even ask? Transport pod is done. Cool. What next? I could go for shuttle. Not that I'm going to have an opportunity to buy a shuttle engine, but there's a non-zero chance. We could go for fabrication because, of course, if I do get advanced components, we can solve our component problem pretty assuredly. We could go for whatever else you want. The other thing is, let's get JD to... haul this person in for a shield belt before I forget that this guy has a shield belt. So we're storing the bodies here for now, and then eventually I'm going to store the bodies in here once it's done. But the reason I'm storing them here is so that we can get that shield belt, because that shield belt's been decaying, and that's dumb. I should be wearing that. Perfect. Shield belt acquired. I might as well prune up so that we can get three Logao makers. And now they will create Gao seeds. So the way they work is the Gao makers, the Gao maker class will produce Gao maker dryads. So the Gao maker dryads produce new Gao trees with its symbiote, so they're like seed makers, if you will. And we'll just wait until they produce them. Oh, they can caravan carry. I didn't know that. News to me. All right, now that we're doing the corners here, let's put on a suit. We're almost done with this, though. And Quantum. Let's have you work drive JD again, because the constant pruning is a lot of work, and we can prune quicker if we've got work drive. Actually, did we already do it? I guess we did. That was fast. All right. Fabrication is going to be the next task. Got it. Yeah, having a lot more components was going to allow us to expand our defense. I still feel a little naked without these turrets being in, so once we get the corpse processing room, I'll probably get the I'll probably get the traps back, because the traps did definitely save us against those little crappy Militaurs. You wonder if warp drive improves bed performance? Make baby quicker. Yeah, I don't... Somehow I, like, doubt it. That would be really weird. So, the plan for here is we'll have a crematorium, and then I'll probably end up putting the smelter in here too. Once the chunks are removed. Oh, Ty, you weren't supposed to see that. No. Clear. Stop it. Stop seeing the dead bodies. And the reason for the smelter is so that once we, if we do strip corpses, we will, smelt their armor, you know, in situ. I don't know if the last two components is worth making a crematorium, though. So, I am going to continue building this wall, and then I might do some exploratory mining around. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a terrible idea to start excavating for the possibility of additional fungal farms, and hope that we find some components, as that serves a dual purpose. Pollution dump, accept. I forgot about it, but luckily the game was like, hey, yo, you might want to do this. Alright, waste packs arrived. Pod over an aeroformer arrived. And the plan for the waste packs is... Ty. How many is it? It's 220... I'm going to round that up to 230. Divided by 5. So we need 46 space. Let's see. $46 spaces. Perfect. So the plan is to box them in. Be done with it. Toxic waste. Because they just need to be roofed and frozen, and they will be both roofed and frozen here. So yeah, problem solved, I guess. So I'm gonna come, let's deliver some Vaxstone now. And then, oh, you're gonna see a bunch of dead bodies. Close your eyes. Just, you know, thank you. I didn't think you would actually do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dead bodies here for now. Human likes. And not mechs. Because the mechs can be here, because we'll shred them. So JD, let's move these bodies. And I'm going to create a new zone. So the no corpses zone is also going to hollow out this spot too. It's not great because it's like kind of in the travel path, but whatever. It'll be fine. All right. And then we just need to haul the tox packs in. And then once all the tox packs are in the zone, we'll wall up the rest, and we can just leave it here until Well, you can leave it here in perpetuity. It doesn't really matter. The neuroformer, however, will be implanted in JD. I'm not even going to put it up to poll. He's so much more qualified than anyone else. Alright, in order to do this easily, let's just create a temporary zone. Ty, you're going to be zoned to it. And then you should just keep hauling. JD's moving the last corpse. The weapons don't so much matter. There's not a lot of value or wealth in them. And then all this armor here will eventually get smelted down. So, neuroformer time. Oh, don't meditate there. So, you gained... Stun! Oh, that is sexy. What a good first one. And Ty, you're just going to work out here for now to get all the tox packs. So even outside, it's 4. Inside, it's 2. So we're even putting it on a roof, we're having its decay rate. And then once the walls are built, the decay rate will go to 0. I know, it's hideous. Just cope. Okay. You are going to be no corpse zone and put on a normal schedule again. Go have yourself a rest. A well-deserved rest. So in the morning, I'll just make sure that Ty finishes that construction project, and we should be good. We should have mitigated the population creep. And then we'll get back to workshopping. So the first workshop I want to make is this one. Corpse Workshop, which is a pretty creepy project. Build a corpse workshop. But I think it's also the most important. I do find it interesting that the geysers making it warm enough that they actually rot in here. Which is like nuts to me. That's funny because they're in vacuum. They're in warm vacuum. Again, RimWorld doesn't really have a proper concept of these mechanics. Ah, crap. Rune. Alright, and then Ty, once you've recovered some of your mood, good, that looks fine. Go back and build that. What the hell? I'm gonna have to force you to build, aren't I? Because it's my fault. You were set to haul. Mm-hmm. I really am a genius. I am, because it's meditation hour, I'm going to just micromanage build. This is not a structure that, like, raiders are going to care about. Like, it's possible they break it, but they're not going to, like, break it to the ground or try to set it on fire. It's in vacuum, so it really can't be set on fire. So there's not a lot of risk involved in just leaving the pollution here. It won't matter. I don't think. Very unlikely to matter. And, done. Won't dissolve. So. we have a orbital waste dump. What happens if you leave pollution on bridges over empty space? They will decay, because if they're outside, they decay. I don't know what happens if you, like, create a bridge and then, like, remove it in a room. It probably becomes outside again, I'd imagine, and then they decay. So, I don't think there's a way to, like, remove pollution. And the way it works is when a waste pack decays, it finds the closest tile. So, for instance, if the entire map was like polluted, and you had waste down here decay, it would create pollution up here. It always creates pollution until you're 100% polluted. So there's no way to, like, game the system by, like, removing the floor or whatever. It creates pollution no matter what until you're 100% polluted. So it's not a viable solution to be like, hey, let's, like, let it rot. And I mean, I could have this area be polluted. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If I'm not using it, pollution on the ground isn't going to really hurt me. But with that said, this would create 226 pollution, would create, what is it, one pack is 6 tiles? It would create a pretty sizable chunk of pollution. I mean, that's, to put that in perspective, that's like roughly 1,000 tiles of pollution. So it would pollute, I mean, it would pollute about that. Size 1,000, a little bit more. Or whatever. Total planning, yeah. So it'd pollute like that whole peninsula. Roughly. AKA, not good. Alright, Ty, I think you're done with your suit, so let's take it off. And then we're going to go back to digging around for components because I'm component starved. Oh, what are you doing in that corner? Explain your plan for building that there, pal. You can't, can you? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, should I open the door? Yeah. Well, whatever. Let's hope they don't land in there and then bust a hole. But if they do, it's like one wall we have to replace. It's not going to kill me. Let's make some more chem fuel because we let our chem fuel run low. And then we're going to mine around for a corpse workshop. You know what I just realized? Bar skip would be pretty gnarly because we could far skip home for free from our from the ground. That would certainly help the commute distance. But yeah, if I did force the pollution, you're right, it would make them sick as they, like, prepared. The thing is, pollution doesn't affect you quickly, and on top of that, everyone is coming in with vac suits. And the thing about vac suits is they also have pollution negating effects. So I think people in full vac suits, if I'm not mistaken, are 80% toxic resistant. So it's not like they're going to really get significantly affected by the pollution. So it sounds like a good idea, but I don't think it would really work. It's not likely to matter because of our the vac helmets. All right, can everyone in chat just, like, pray that oh, that's what I'm talking about. I got lucky. All right, we get to build the crematorium. Thank God, because them bodies getting nasty. We also have a new Gao Dryad, so giveaway timer for the Gao. is up. What was that message alert thing? No longer inspired? Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, the extra components will go a long way. I was really hurting for him, so. Hey, Quantum, can you make chem fuel? Thank you. Because I want to turn off the bio. I'm trying to read up whether, For the Gao tree, to make a Gao pod, there must be a fertility of 70%. Can't be sand. 2 to 3 tiles away from the tree. The Gao moss. Ooh, more grass. Awesome. Once formed, the Gao pod will wait for 3 Galmaker Dryads to enter it, in which a pod will then gain a 4-day countdown, and then we'll get a new seed. So we need the last Dryad out to make a new seed. So keeping the keeping the marker above 50% is important for the purpose. The other worry that I have, honestly, chat, is that if JD gets pregnant, JD can't really prune the tree. So if we're trying to make another Gao seed, there's a little bit of a risk of like pregnancy affecting that. Not a major one, but like a non-zero one. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. I'm also gonna like remove these from my zone. I kind of wish that toxic waste packs would have like a negative wealth. That'd be a really neat mechanic. They have a market value of 0, but like if you could just like take on a bunch of waste packs to like lower your colony wealth, because like let's be honest, toxic waste would be negative in terms of colony value. You don't want them unless I guess you're a waster. I don't know. It'd be a little weird, but still, I could see that being like a game mechanic of doing that. All right, JD, I am going to hijack you for a minute. So here's the thing. We are going to cremate all corpses that are non-colonist. And I want to strip these guys first. One of them is a straight skeleton. And I think what I'm planning on doing is keeping the corpses inside here to make it more convenient in the future. So we can remove them promptly. But dealing with our corpse buildup is kind of nice. And I think you'll actually end up seeing a, yeah, you'll see the wealth graph go down because these corpses are valuable, as silly as that sounds. And then I'm not going to bother keeping the tainted clothing out here. I'll just burn it at the smelter. So I'm pairing these together so that we can just like process them quick. So the idea here is in the zone, we will have human-like corpses that are not colonists. We will have tainted apparel that is not... all tainted apparel, actually. Smeltable and non-smeltable, because the smelter's in there too. Now, it does mean... Oh, you know, maybe the smelter should be like here? Because the problem is it does mean that JD is the only one that can actually smelt this stuff. Because, like, this is a corpse zone. But I'm going to do that and, like, see if it's a problem. So this is going to be all tinted apparel, smelted or not. All right, new gal is Dave. Dastardly Dave and Zen Master. Yep. What a pair. No kidding. Take a break. Yeah, I think this is a really handy setup so that we can not get absolutely thrash burdened by corpses. Come on, guys. Get me grass. Do it. And when you leave, haul the steel away. Thank you. Oh, I'm surprised I put the steel there, and oh, because I forbid this zone. I'm just going to remove it for now, so I'm not actively working on that anyway. Gross. Slave ship! Quantum. Let's talk to him. Cross your fingers that there's like a tribal. That is not talking to the ship, my friend. You are artistic and morbid. You are artistic. Nope. No such luck. That's too bad. Anything else that we want to buy? Let's see. Strong melee sounds awesome for a gene pack. You know, melee +4. I would love that for our brawler. Psy Extreme is also super sexy for a totally different reason. But we don't. It would be difficult to make the case for that purchase right now. I think that's fair. That it sounds awesome, but like it's probably a poor use of our money. What do you guys think? Should I gene pack? Should I buy the gene pack? Because it wouldn't be that hard to research xenogenetics and get both of those implanted. And they're not extremely expensive in the big scheme, in the larger scheme of things. I don't know. What do you think? Unfortunately, the slaves are not ones that that are tribal. But, you know. I'll let you vote for 1 minute, and then I'll talk to the slave ship again, if yes or no. I'm also keeping an eye on our mood, because if anyone's mood dips because of the psychic droner, I'll drink tea and beer for the first time. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to get the shells for that. Oh, I see plasteel. Neat. Okay, I think the yays have it. If I want to do that, I need xenogenetics researched. So I will buy those gene packs, but I'm going to need to pivot the research so that we can actually make use of it. Otherwise, the gene packs themselves will decay and I'll lose them. Because they don't do well outside of a bank. So JD, haul those in. And then you'll get back to corpsing. That's now a new word, so you're welcome. I hate it. Corpsing. So what ends up happening is for those that don't know, the gene packs will, when they're not in a gene bank, will decay 5 a day. So in 20 days, they're gone. So I need to get xenogenetics researched to be able to bank them before my 866 silvers worth of purchase goes and up in smoke. So it's a little time sensitive. 20 days. Oh boy, we almost dropped. Good. I'm glad you are tending to that. Oh, this wall is one off to the down? Yes, it is. I should just take your word. Well, no, I probably shouldn't ever. But yeah, I can see it there. I'm assuming this is going to be plasteel, and it will need to be replaced with stone. But this was components, which is why it was mined out originally. Also, I think I said I was worried about JD getting pregnant. It's Ty that would get pregnant. Muscle mommy, yeah. I misspoke when I said that. Obviously, JD can't get pregnant. JD doesn't have the parts. You don't got them lady bits. I'm going to schedule 1 more hour of meditation, because we haven't really been making a lot of grass progress. And I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more grass progress. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow tribe members.